Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They hella deep, 20 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Brian, and Reeves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I am your host, Jamal. With me, as always, is my co-host, the bro host, Reeves. Say what's up.
What's up, my babies? We're here doing the podcast. Thank you for allowing us to come into your ear holes.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Do you want to just push past that and then introduce Brian?
Yeah. And here is my friend and co-host. Say hello to the people, bruh.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. And
Brian, you
Thank
had
you.
news. Tell us your news.
no, we were doing a thing before, and I wanted to also say I had news, but I kind of don't. Is the thing.
Are you serious? You don't have anything?
Personally,
Yeah, I thought you truly had news, and that's why you were like, well, I'll save it for the podcast.
no, I didn't have anything, and then I thought we would just forget about it.
No, I never
Move
forget.
on.
I never forget. I'm like an
No,
elephant.
I
in
can
that
make
way.
up news.
Nah.
We don't make up stuff on this podcast. I could try. Okay.
Let's pass.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't have any news.
Reeves, have I told you how much I enjoyed going to Japanese wrestling with you?
You have not.
Well, let's get that on the air, on record.
When was that?
This
That
is
was
maybe
a-
like a month ago, maybe.
Yeah.
We went and saw some nice
Yeah.
Japanese wrestling because
Yeah.
Jamal is a real wrestling fan. He only
Mhm.
sees the cool shit, the
Yeah.
indie stuff, the Japanese wrestling.
And I got a
nothing else.
wrestling guy who tells me this stuff, you know?
Mhm.
I got a wrestling dude.
Is it India or is it New Japan?
It's New Japan.
This was New Japan, but he's been to indie shows before too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who
It was
did
a
you
fun
see?
time.
Who do you remember seeing at New Japan?
Takagawa.
Okay.
I remember we saw Takagawa.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mashimoto. I believe we saw Mashimoto.
Mhm.
We
At
saw
least a picture of, yeah.
We saw Silver Fang, which
Mhm.
we all love Silver Fang.
Big Silver Fang fan.
Big Silver Fang.
Silver Fan Club. I'm in
Silver
it.
Fan Club. We saw a guy who went by the name of Christmas Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Love that guy.
Comes out in a full Christmas tree costume.
Yeah,
And then
it's
kind of like
interesting.
as he's fighting throughout the match, the ornaments come off.
He uses them. It's almost like a hardcore match. He like uses them.
Yeah.
They like to turn
Mhm.
like spikes and stuff. It's very good stuff.
Really out of place, and you saw it a month ago, so it was at April. Really out of place for
Well-
that guy, but
Japanese New Year.
Christmas. Yep. Mhm.
Yep. So
Yes.
not out of place for certain cultures, Brian. I
Okay.
know
All right.
you're kind of fixated on the one that you live in, but there's other cultures out there.
I'm aware. Tell me about it.
Wasn't just me
I
and
put it in
Reeves
my
there.
face all the time. What?
You want to take that again, or
No.
okay? So it wasn't just me and Reeves there.
Uh-huh.
Reeves' buddy was there.
Okay.
Our buddy.
Yeah, that's true. Our buddy, our
Mhm.
wrestling buddy was there. Ben. Reeves, you remember the question Ben asked me out of the blue when we were sitting there
Okay.
watching?
This is exciting.
I can think of a couple.
The
There is-
question he asked me about ye old appearance out of the
Oh
blue.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you want to tell that story? I'm not good at telling stories I don't want Brian to put birds behind this story.
I was going to ask where this was going.
So, our friends, we were sitting watching wrestling as you do,
Yeah.
very
As one does.
low lights. We were kind
Low
of in the
lights.
back. We weren't really bothered by anyone, encumbered by noise or anything like that.
Nope,
So we could have
it's
a nice
great.
open conversation.
Mhm.
Friend leans over and says, Jamal, are you real sick? And Jamal said,
And
no,
Jamal, you said,
I feel fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good, dog.
And
Okay.
then the friend said, but are you very, very, very sick and you just can't tell anyone about it? Like
s-
so sick
yeah.
that it is a secret, but
And
visually not a secret to anyone.
Visually it's out there.
Mhm.
And I said, what's making you ask these questions, dog?
Mm-hmm.
He said, because you look so sexy right now that it could only be a sickness that you have.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked him dead in the eye and I said, well, I do have a sickness for the thickness.
Mm-hmm. And then he said,
I'm
and
down
he's-
with the thickness.
and then,
Excuse me,
of course,
I'm down
Reeve
with the
said-
sickness.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
Reeve said, "Wah." This
That's right.
issue, here's the issue that I have come across with this, with one of the symptoms of this sickness being that you were looking very sexy,
Mhm.
is that doctors get in a lot of trouble because people go to the doctor, they
Yeah.
say, "Hey doc, something's
Hey,
wrong
doc.
with me." The doctor says, "You're very sexy." And then the doctor
Yep.
gets in lots of trouble
Yep.
because
Mhm.
you can't like,
You can't
what do you do?
that. Yeah.
And it's not fair. Like, what? It's up to the doctor to diagnose you with whatever sickness you have.
Mhm.
And if your sickness is you are so sexy
Yeah.
that it's making you look so great and you're getting so many compliments, but you don't know why,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who's going to tell you? The doctor has to tell you. It's their
Yeah.
job. And then you're telling me you're going to disbar this doctor
Yeah. They got to take the
because he
bar again.
repeatedly called me sexy.
They got to go take the bar again.
They're going to take the bar exam again in a different state.
Go through law school all over again. Better Call Saul, change your name.
Yeah. They got to go take medical law school.
The issue is it's hard to diagnose that anywhere because I've tried diagnosing people on the street with that and I get in trouble too. So what are you
Yeah.
supposed to do?
I saw
I
that
try and
video
y-
getting passed around.
Yeah, everyone is talking about it. People try to find my address and they're like coming at me and they're like, "What? You're a pig and a monster." And I was like,
Mhm.
"I'm just trying to be helpful."
Well, the
Yeah.
amazing thing about that video, and this is a very funny thing to joke about. Um, The amazing thing about that video is it was kind of like someone walking the street showing
Yes.
all the, and it was continuously you. You would just
kept
kind of
showing
show
up.
up. It, like you have a different shirt on or like a hat or a must. Like you were trying to change who you were, but you
Yeah.
were still saying like, "Hey, you're having a good day today," that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it all seemed fine to me. I mean, I call that Saturday, and apparently other people call that you're a horrible person.
Yeah. So our friend, I told him I was not sick.
Mhm.
I'm actually feeling great, and I am actually very sexy. Thank you for telling me.
Uh-huh.
And he said, "Okay, great. Last time I saw you, and this was verbatim. He said, last time I saw you, you weren't very sexy. So I was
You
concerned.
weren't.
Yeah, he said I
Mhm.
was not, and
You were looking. You looked like you were healthy because you weren't looking very sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he was like, you didn't look sexy, so I was just concerned. And I was
I've
like, "Hey,
tried that too. Got in trouble for that
appreciate-
too. Tell people they don't look sexy and get in trouble. What am I supposed to do?
I just feel like maybe we're not supposed to say if people look sexy or they don't look sexy,
It's hard because it's like, what else am I supposed to say to people then?
Yeah, I don't know how to start this conversation then.
If I can't comment on people's appearance one way or one way or the other, like
Yeah.
what am I supposed to say?
Yeah. Talk about the weather.
No.
That gets me horny too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then I gotta go to Dr. Pupatella for that.
Have you seen
Oh.
how sexy the weather has been lately?
Jamal, we haven't had an update on you since you've had your horniness level taken away when you had that surgery. How's it?
Oh, that's right.
How's it been going?
There's been some relapse.
Oh no!
Oh,
I heard that the
no.
surgery isn't. It that it's good and it's the best way to deal with it, but it's
It
not
is.
100%.
It's not 100%. I also, when I got the surgery, I did walk with a limp for a little bit. And the
Yeah.
doctor said that will go away.
Mhm.
The doctor said the longer I work on rehab, I should really focus on just, new habits, because after
Mm.
10 years, this is not reversible.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I mean, I had a little relapse. I got real horny.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you remember the like the red, yellow, and green sign that Dr. Pupatella told you in a car? The
Mhm.
commercial he did? Would you
I
think you
do.
reached the red level?
I do. I reached red. I was also watching a movie. I was in the movie theater when it happened, and
Were you
I just
reading
went
a
up.
book in there?
Well, no, I had scissors and I cut a hole in the popcorn and I did the thing. And
Mm-hmm. Spill all your popcorn everywhere.
Spill the popcorn everywhere.
but then I plugged the hole and put the popcorn back in.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need to discuss what I plugged the popcorn hole with, do I?
Yeah, your soda pop.
Super glue. Oh yeah. Soda pop. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, because it
Perfect
goes right
size.
inside, and so it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
nothing-
perfect.
So yeah, I put my soda pop inside the empty popcorn box.
Why don't they do that, by the way? You're telling me you can't build a bag where I can put my soda right in the middle and you feel the popcorn up around it? I don't want to carry both those things at once.
No,
Put the popcorn right around it. My soda's in there, nice and snug.
give me the tub with a hole already in it, so that I know that my soda goes in there.
Yeah. What else am I going to put in there?
Your
You know what's
soda goes in
crazy is
there.
my soda fell down into the hole a little bit because it gets wider at the top. So it's just the straw sticking up through the popcorn.
Well, that's great.
It was
That's
amazing.
great.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
yeah.
AMC, get on it.
So
Put a hole in the popcorn
Mhm.
so my soda goes in there.
So this relapse happened over the shortly after the surgery. I went and watched Top Gun.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
Yeah, all them
Have you
planes.
seen these guys when they do the volleyball scene? That's not my
Yes.
fault. What was
My
I supposed to do?
screensaver. It's my screensaver.
What was I supposed to do? Not cut a hole in my popcorn box?
Put your soda in it. No. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
See Tom Cruise running. Basically from the shoulders up is all you see in that scene
Yeah.
of him.
He's so tall.
He's looking up at everyone else.
So yeah, I relapsed, but I'm good now. I'm good now, and the horniness level has gone back down to
A manageable level.
it's not even just manageable. It's like it's where it's supposed to be post surgery. So it's almost like
Okay.
not even existent. You know,
Okay.
nothing gets me horny now.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's what's supposed to happen.
And I tried it recently. I went to the movies. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mhm.
Nothing.
Mm.
Nothing.
Popcorn stayed in the tub the entire time.
Didn't even get popcorn. Wasn't horny.
I mean, Groot will do that to you.
Yep.
You ever have a moment where you're like, I gotta tone down the horniness? Just
Yeah.
channel Groot in the back of your mind.
Yeah, that's right. That's kind of what I was doing. I wanted to be rooted, and I was like,
Mm.
Groot's a good thing to be rooted to.
Yeah.
So
You take a moment, close your eyes, breathe, feel your breath.
I am Groot.
I think
Yeah.
about I am Groot. Really
Yeah.
feel the ground. Notice your feet touching the ground.
Yep.
That's in the soundtrack.
It's
Yeah.
my favorite song
Yeah.
that comes on in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Takes this weird turn.
So speaking of weird turns, do you guys want to talk about this email Tom sent me? Another
Can we
email.
do anything to get out of what we've been doing the past 15 minutes?
And see, this is why everyone complaining about us having guests. We need guests,
Yes.
or else this is what happens.
This happens if someone's not here to stop us from doing that.
Yeah, we can't control ourselves. You got an email from Tom?
Yeah, I got an email from Tom. It's just a reply email to the email that he got when he sent to say that he was going to be out. And he sent this to me and he said in that subject line, "Look at this funny reply I got."
So he
Oh.
replied to your email to you.
No, he sent me a reply because he sent this also into the Top Chef.
Yes.
So he said, "I got this funny email back from the Top Chef team,"
Okay.
and he forwarded it to me.
Okay. And
And
as a reminder, last week, Tom sent us an email
Yes.
explaining why he was absent from the walkthrough.
Yeah.
And it was basically an apology letter. It was
Yeah.
very Innocuous, very out of character for
Very
him.
serious. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say innocuous for sure is the word that I would use to describe it.
So he sent me this one. Hopefully
But
this one
also
doesn't.
do the science.
Hopefully this
Inoculations.
one doesn't put you to sleep. So I'll read it. Says, "Dear Tom, I hope this email finds you on the road to a speedy recovery. Your absence from the latest Top Chef episode left us all a little soufflé-less. But fear not, we managed to keep the kitchen fires burning.
Wait, can we
Not-
stop for a second?
Yep.
Is soufflé-less a pun on? So what is it on a pun on?
I'm not sure. This is what the email
Wait,
reads. I'm not
well,
sure.
let's read the sentence back. Maybe we
Okay.
can figure it out.
Your absence from the latest Top Chef episode left us all a little soufflé-less.
So, what is a word that could have been there? Soufflé-less.
I mean, if it's less, then wouldn't it be just souffle? You left us all a little souffle.
We would have been soufflé, but since you weren't here, we were soufflé-less.
Okay, so maybe it is just the word souffle.
Yeah.
And it's like it's joyous when you have a souffle, but when
Yeah.
you're souffle less, then it's like you're
Yeah,
empty inside.
kind of upset.
Okay,
But fear not, we managed to keep the kitchen fires burning.
great.
And in parentheses, not literally, of course.
Good, because you got to tell
Yeah.
people, because you go to jail, you yell fire places, theater, popcorn
Yeah.
hole, yell fire.
Yeah.
Soda pop
And-
goes everywhere.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
I gotta pick up my pants real quick. So,
Oh, that change pulled them down. You got all your change for your popcorn. You paid in quarters.
well, that's the only way to pay and enjoy a movie.
Well, you
So
go to
it's-
the laundromat beforehand, right?
It's right next door. What do
And
you
if you're
want?
like me, it's like you get to the laundromat, it's like, oh, I only have 20s.
Yeah.
And this only takes quarters. So then I got a big pocket of
Yeah,
quarters.
sloshing that around.
Yeah,
Mm.
you
Making
got to beg
so
the
much
person
noise.
with a sock full of quarters for quarters, and they. You'd think someone who had a sock full of quarters would be not the way that they are, but they are the way that they
They
are.
are the way that they
It is
are.
a situation.
All right.
Yep.
Now I have to say your excuse game is on point. So this is them calling him out a little bit. A severe case of the flu just had to pick that particular day, huh? Talk about rotten timing. But hey, we'll let
That
it
food
slide.
too, rotten.
Possibly. But hey, we'll let it slide this time since you promised to make it up to us with your culinary expertise once you've regained your mojo. I don't remember him saying that at all.
Okay, did Austin Powers write this?
I don't remember him saying the word mojo at all in the previous email. Rest assured, we've been thinking of ways to make your absence as entertaining as possible. Let's just say we
What?
toyed with the idea of replacing you with a cardboard cutout and giving it a voiceover using the previous comment. Using your previous comments. The resemblance was uncanny, I must say. But alas, we decided to go with our backup
Wait,
plan.
so they made the cardboard cutout?
They made
but
it,
they
didn't use it. Made it, didn't use it. This
Where
happens
can
a
I-
lot.
Can I get that?
Probably. The resemblance was
Cut a hole in
uncanny.
it, put my soda in it.
It probably could hold some popcorn too.
Yeah.
So
But alas, we didn't decided to go with our backup plan of having your yellow judges do interpretive dances to represent your reactions instead. It was a sight to
Yellow?
behold. That's what it says. I'm sorry, fellow. I read that wrong.
okay, I was like,
I
I
read that wrong. I'm so
don't
sorry.
know what that means.
I put your and fellow together too quickly.
okay.
In all seriousness, though, okay, we're getting serious here.
Okay.
We
please.
understand that your health comes first. We missed
Mm.
your insightful critiques and witty banter, but we're relieved to hear you're on the mend. Take all the time you need to bounce back, and we'll keep those chef coats ready for your triumphant return. Remember, we've got some crazy challenges lined up for you, so make sure you're back in tip-top shape. Until then, we'll be sharpening our knives and perfecting our Tom Colicchio impersonations. It's all in good fun, of course. Get well soon, Tom. Top Chef just isn't the same without you. Sending chef hats and chicken broth your way. Top Chef team. I don't know what that last sentence is. Why would you send chef hats
chicken
and
broth?
chicken broth?
For the teenage soul.
Yeah. What a deep call that was. All right.
Thank you. Yes, we're all
Yeah.
reading self-help books from the
Yep.
1990s.
Yeah. Don't get me started on my spaghetti. All right. Let's do chefs I prepared for you. This
Yeah,
is-
let's move on from that, I guess.
You guys got anything you want to talk about it? Do you want to talk
Again,
about it?
who did that come from? Who wrote that email?
That's from the Top Chef team. That's what it said at the bottom. So the
team.
whole it's the whole team effort. It sounds like.
They sat around coming up with the best things to put.
Yeah. And it kind
Well-
of shows what happens when you get too many horses in a room.
Yep.
Yes, a lot of neighing.
Mhm.
I appreciate they CC'd us or they continued to include you on the email.
Yep.
So we know what's going on. I think that's important for the show.
Yeah, please keep us abreast.
You can't say that anymore.
Don't tell me, I know. Learned that the hard way. 4 years, hard labor. Breaking rocks. Just me and a sledgehammer. Then they come and get me and they say, hey, Brian, we got one last job for you. Gotta fly you to Thailand. And all of a sudden, I'm freaking Rambo.
This is a job.
Where we going?
Are you I'm afraid?
Oh, let me lift this lumber, lift this tree with my body.
Okay.
You're the only guy that can do it, right? So Mickey's in it, apparently.
We gotta get over to Thailand, Rock. I think we're supposed to go over to Vietnam, but no, it's Thailand, Rock. That's where we gotta go.
POWs over there, we gotta get them out. Only you can do it. The government can't know. People can't know about it.
Oh, I got a big boxing match, guys. Maybe I should be trained for that. Okay, enough. Chefs, I prepare for you.
Please.
So let's do Chefs I Prepare For You. This is a segment we do every week where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night and present it as if we're presenting to the judges on Top Chef. There will be a vote at the end for a winner. I'll go first. Chefs I procured for you.
I love this.
16. That means a 2 count of 8 each. Burger King chicken nuggets and a small fry.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that.
Neither was I.
I wouldn't expect it if I didn't. I read your cheat sheet. I saw that.
Uh-huh.
I like to be surprised. So what's the story here? Why Burger King?
I was on travel yesterday and we had to stop at a rest stop and the choices for dinner were Carmine's.
Big
Chicken-
steak and pasta.
No, chicken tender place. I think it's Carmine's or Car. Yeah, it's
You're
Carmine's.
thinking of Carl. You're thinking of It's not Carmine.
It's not Carnines. Carnines.
Where is this
This
rest
was
stop
in
you're
Norfolk, Virginia, where you're from.
Hell yeah, dog.
You talking about Hardee's?
No,
Carmine's.
no. It was something. It was some chicken tender place. There was a Mi Familia Pizzeria, which is basically a worse Sbarro. There was a Panda Express, but I had that for lunch, so I didn't want to have it for dinner.
God, what a sad day you had.
It
That's
was sad. And then I turned around, like I'm standing in the middle of the food court. People are walking all around me, right? And I'm just doing a slow movie turn of like, which place do I want to eat at? And I turn around after looking at all those places, and I land on the King.
The
I go
king.
Burger King. I go, you know what? I'm not going to get a burger because I don't think my tummy could handle it on the ride home. Because I still got like 3 hours to get home. So I said, what can I handle? I said, chicken nuggets and fries. Almost like fish and chips, but not.
Sort of.
And so
Not
I
bad.
walked up to the lady. I said, what's the most chicken nuggets I can order? She says 8 at a time. And I said, give me 16 of your best nuggets and a small fry. And she says, coming right up. And then she forgot about my order for like 7 minutes.
Great.
Were you the only person there?
Yep.
Yeah, that checks
Only
out.
person in line. She took my order and then she just like walked away. And I was like, I saw him put the nuggets up. If you want to, I can grab them. And then I got my food and it was 8 chicken nuggets and a small fry. And I got back on the transportation back and it was depressing.
You do any sauce with these nugs?
You know, I'm a dry boy.
Ooh, you with nugs? To me,
You
nugs
know
nugs
I'm
are
a dry
a
boy.
vessel. Nugs are a
You-
vessel.
You know
My
I'm a
mouth
dry
is dry.
boy.
I get that, but nugs exist purely for sauce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta sauce those.
I slap them up.
They got pretty good sweet and sour sauce at Burger King.
I would know. I don't go very often.
Let me tell you, yeah, I want to know when the last time you had fast food is after I tell this little thing here. The move at Burger King is the long chicken sandwich. That's the move. They got the long chicken sandwich. That's the move.
Okay, I should have called you. I should have texted you like, hey,
Hey man,
these
whenever
are
you
my
need help
options.
with fast food, you know who to call.
Yeah, I should have
Fattest
taken,
person you know.
Get
Give me
you
a
on.
fucking ring.
I should
Get you on the bat phone.
Son, I got you. Pick up the red phone. What you need?
I don't know why you're breathing. like that.
I had to run to get to the phone. It's
I was on the other side.
downstairs.
I don't even know where Alfred is. He's supposed to pick up first.
I
Wait.
should have called you.
Wait, are you at Burger King? Hold on, I need an order too.
Can you give me something? It wasn't Roy Rogers, was it? The other place you're thinking of?
Oh.
That's
No,
always in.
I would have gone there because I haven't been there in so long. I also think Roy Rogers is pretty much defunct, isn't it?
They're in like random Jersey things. I feel like maybe.
Wow.
He
Was
got
it
canceled.
Zaxby's? Was it Zaxby's? Yeah.
Well, the Roy family.
Mm-hmm.
His first name is Rogers. People don't know that.
Yeah.
Chefs, I prepared for you salmon bowl. I've made this a couple of times.
Mhm.
Yes.
I made
Mhm.
it. My wife loves it. I made
Mhm.
it yesterday, and then when I came down to eat it, I was like, I can't eat this anymore.
Because you made it too much.
I think I just had it too much, and I looked at it and I was like, I can't eat this. I mean, I did kind of. I just had the salmon and I put the sauce on it and just ate it that way.
Mhm.
But I couldn't. I just I can't do this. Can't eat this thing right now.
I'm doing home chef right now to spice it up.
Yeah, you got to mix it up. Maybe if you tried do role playing.
With the recipe,
Yeah.
Ooh,
Maybe
you
you,
are
maybe
nutmeg, aren't
maybe you're
you?
like a cop or something making the food. You're like a robber making the food.
Yeah.
You broke in. You got to use the kitchen to make it.
Do you know how fast you're grinding that pepper?
I'm trying to think. I feel like I made something good this week. Not anything out of the ordinary. So now I'm lying. Yeah, it's just your typical salmon bowl. It's rice, sushi rice, salmon on top, a little bit of sauce that you make, and then you put a little avocado, chop up a cucumber, put it on there.
That sounds good to me.
I just have had it so much.
Yeah, I get that.
Can't eat it anymore.
Chefs, last night,
I went to
please.
Whataburger when I was in Pensacola. We talked about this.
No, I haven't heard you talk about it.
Have you guys been before?
I've never been. I've seen someone on Twitch who eats Whataburger every Friday.
I feel like I think I went there when I was in LA, and they've got fucking dope onion rings. Like they have the homemade onion rings, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I went there.
It's
Dude,
good.
fast food place, dog. I've been there. You talk about it again. Give me a call. Red phone. Pick it up. What do you need? Where's Alfred?
I went to In-N-Out once in LA. I didn't understand the hype.
It's
I haven't
fine.
went-
The
it's
burgers
fine.
are good. The fries are bad. The fries are actively
I don't
bad.
understand the hype at all.
I gotta try it. Anyway, sorry. Go, Brian.
No, any more stories about your Whataburger? What'd you get? Just
It
the
was
burger?
good. No, I just got the burger and the onion rings, and it is
Yeah.
good. It was like my last day when I was on a work trip, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this because I don't know when I'll have another opportunity to have it, and I have heard the hype, and
Mhm.
it's right. It is good.
It's
And
the
for
orange
fast food,
logo, right?
What was that?
The orange logo with the W.
Yes.
Looks like Weezer.
Yeah, it looks like freaking
Yeah, sounds
Rivers
like Weezer,
Cuomo.
too.
It's like dun 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 dun
Da,
dun.
da. Wait, I was doing a song.
I
I was doing.
eat the burgers and I eat the fries.
I got my hash pipe. Chefs, last night I didn't really have dinner.
Oh no,
I call bullshit.
We'll
this
kill.
is a real rush.
No,
of
let me
something for
let me
you.
let me tell you how yesterday went down. Went to boxing. Yeah, I do boxing now. Then I went to Trader Joe's. And next to Trader Joe's was a Chopped, and I got a huge chopped wrap. Ate that. This is about 3:30.
That's dinner.
So
that's a dinner.
that's pretty early. And
What if you go to sleep at 8?
but I didn't have lunch. I don't. So, so I didn't have anything before. That's like all I had that day. So then Carrie gets home. She makes like a frozen pizza thing, and I'm like, I don't really want anything. But she picked up macaroni and cheese for me from this like random cart on her way home, and I ate some of that at like 6 before going to a concert. And then we got home, and I ate half of a Snickers ice cream bar.
Okay.
So chefs, last night I ate for you like half a bowl of macaroni and cheese from a Jamaican jerk chicken cart that was like fine at best, and then half a Snickers ice cream bar. And I had a pickle too. I had a
Was
pickle
the
also.
cart one of those carts that, white people go and they try the Jamaican chicken place and it has great mac and cheese, so then they start a food truck business and park it right outside?
Probably,
and
yeah.
then the place goes out of business and then they now sell the bad version of it?
Probably, yeah.
Ah, good.
It was it was like, it would have been fine on the side of something with like a bunch of like barbecue sauce could like put on there, but by itself it like wasn't. It wasn't hitting. Like a weird smoked flavor to it.
Hey, you know what I say about mac and cheese? It's a vessel.
Yeah.
Vessel for a
You got to put a
frozen
sauce on
Snicker
it.
bar.
You got to put a sauce on it.
What concert did you go to?
We saw Kevin Devine, who we've seen 100,000 times. He's our favorite singer-songwriter, at a bar 20 minutes from the house. Ooh, baby.
Wow.
Got there, missed the opener intentionally,
Nice.
got there just in time for him. The headliner was going on. We pieced the fuck out of there.
Nice.
We were gone a total of 2 hours, door to door.
Yeah.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
That's
Fantastic
great.
evening.
What are you guys,
Chef's
30?
kiss.
Bellissimo. I'm almost 40. I'm fucking real close to 40.
Okay.
And I'm
You
still
gotta get
doing
home
this
at a
shit.
reasonable time. Yeah.
I wore my hat backwards most of yesterday, and I'm almost 40.
That's unacceptable. I would have made you turn it around.
I'm starting to like the way that it looks. Again, I'm leaning very hard into this look now.
I don't like
Yeah.
that. I don't like
You're
that.
like, this is 40.
Like, where's fucking Eminem?
You should take a photo of yourself with your hat backwards when you turn 40 and then post it online and be like, this is 40.
And then kill myself.
Do I have to wear my hat forward now? Because I really look like a big dork. I look like a dork either way with a hat, but I feel like backwards is
You
slightly
do wear yours
better.
backwards. Yeah, that's right.
You do.
Yeah. It looks really dorky if I wear it forward.
The rule is if you're over 30, you're supposed to wear your hat forwards.
Oh, Jesus.
But I think some people get away with it. I think you get away with it with the hat backwards.
That's nice to hear. Well,
All right, let's
gotta
vote.
shave my head, I guess.
All right, let's vote. I'm gonna vote for Reeves.
Okay, and I am without a doubt gonna vote for Brian because that frozen Snickers sounds great.
It's fucking really good.
I haven't had one of those in a long time. I used to love those.
I'm gonna vote. I'm torn here because I really appreciate Jamal getting Burger King. It's so unexpected that I like that.
Can I say something? I had to
Please.
eat out the entire day. Right? I couldn't bring my own food. I gained 5 pounds yesterday.
It's all water weight and salt from fucking Burger King.
I only had one thing of water yesterday though.
You retaining? What did you
I
get?
mean, well, I didn't want to say anything, Jamal. I didn't want to bring this
Yeah,
up.
you look like you're maybe like healthy, like you're getting healthier.
You look very healthy right now.
Thank you.
Like you
thank
looked sick, like
Uh-huh.
sick
at the
before,
wrestling. Yeah,
and now healthy.
healthy. Yeah.
What did you get from Panda? From
Okay, I got an
Panda-
entree, and I got
what is it called?
an
Panda
entree
Express?
plate. Panda
Yes.
Express. I got an entree plate with rice on both sides, double teriyaki chicken,
Fried
and
rice?
no, just white rice. And then I got double teriyaki chicken and mixed vegetables,
Okay,
which is
could have done
mostly
worse.
cabbage and whatever,
Could have done worse. The move there's orange chicken. but
cabbage
yeah.
and kale or something. Well,
Ooh.
I you know me, I was trying to eat healthy, and even that was like a lot.
Yeah. Then you had chicken nuggets. I'm gonna vote for Jamal. Fuck it, let's do it. I know it's
Okay.
a fucking tie now, but
All right,
I can't vote opposite of how I feel just to move it along. You know?
Yeah, I'm voting Brian.
Okay. And I'm on the way to the voting machine. And my car runs off the road. And I'm in a ditch. Very hard to get out of the ditch.
I don't want to interrupt you, but usually I'm on board with us talking this much during the show.
Yeah,
but
what's up?
Even this episode, I'm kind of like, we're kind of assholes.
I'm having a good time. No one listens to this.
Yeah.
I don't listen to this part.
Even I'm right now like I see why people skip this. Like I fully get
it's
it.
No, I get it. I get it.
It's not really content when you think
No,
about
it's
it.
not.
It is
It's
more
not.
conversational. When we have something else we can kind of tie. There's probably about 5 minutes of
Can I
content.
be honest?
Oh,
This is mostly just us catching up because we haven't spoken all week.
I think that's what it is.
This
Totally.
is
Yeah, last time we had a guest that we had to like
yeah.
filter our like conversation through. Now it's just the boys just chopping it up.
Oh,
Which
God.
some people like, hey, fuck it. People listen to podcasts for that. And you know what? If that's your shit, fuck it, dude. Put a hole in
This-
popcorn and listen to this
yeah.
podcast.
That's what this whole first part is. It's just a hole in the popcorn.
That was good. I think that was good.
Yeah.
Well, it was comedy content. And, like,
That's
Everything else
I'm
is just
performing at the
conversation.
Kennedy Center this month. Can you believe that?
Yeah, look, let's not fight each other. We don't turn into like some sort
Well-
of battle of Wellingtons or something.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back after this.
No one wins.
Wow, first time ever, no precedent.
All right, go ahead and play this out.
Podchef.
Season 20, episode 10. It's a Battle of Wellingtons, isn't it? Yeah, here we are. The British Wellington, Beef Wellington Battles Extraordinary episode. But let's talk about this quick fire real fast. It's Finish, the dishwashing rinse aid. It's a commercial for Finish.
In the worst way. This was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. So this is what they had to do for the quickfire challenge. They had to compete for a water conservation themed challenge. The contestants were asked to make steamed dishes. However, they were only provided 1 gallon of water to share amongst themselves. Now, in a lot of places that like get terrible reception and are watching this show, they're like, "That's easy. That's super easy.
Mm-hmm.
I could do
This is
that.
like a terrible reception.
I could do that with my standing on my head."
They didn't really struggle with it, right?
No,
Like they
No.
portioned it out correctly, and they were
Mhm.
like, "Oh, to steam something, pretty
Yeah.
easy. You
Yeah.
need like a little amount of water, and then you
Mhm.
just kind of like put a top on.
Yeah.
you're good.
you're basically good to go.
Yeah.
Did I miss Padma saying something like, "This is how much water the dishwasher uses"?
Yeah, it's 5 gallons or something like that. 6 gallons.
She did say that.
Yeah, because that's why people here we go. People mistake thinking that there's conserving water by washing dishes by hand. You are actually using more water than the dishwasher would use to clean your dishes.
Oh, I know. I run the shit fuck out of my sink
So
while I'm
you
washing
should, if
dishes.
you actually want to conserve water, you should be using a dishwasher.
Mhm.
I don't
And
have
you
one.
shouldn't rinse any of your dishes off
No.
ahead of time.
No,
Just put it all in the dishwasher,
Yeah.
take it out, look at it, realize that
It's not
everything is
clean.
still dirty.
Do it again.
do
Do it again.
You're
it
still
up,
conserving
still
water.
dirty. Then you realize you're late for your meeting at 7 p.m. So you gotta take it, but you gotta shower ahead of time. So you're taking your dishes into your
Yeah.
shower to try and
Mhm.
clean that. Try
You
and
take that
conserve
one
water.
spoon out and you go, "I'll wash this one by hand," and then you forget because you're running behind now. So you put it back in the dishwasher later. You're like, "Oh,
Mhm.
I forgot to take that piece of food off it," so now it's like dried on.
And then it's Tuesday.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And
Missed the meeting.
where did the meeting go?
yeah,
Yeah.
You get
didn't-
fired.
Yeah, you didn't start the dishwasher either.
Reeves,
Mhm.
where were you? We all waited for you. You never showed up.
I got
Reeves-
tied
Reeves
up
shows
doing the
up.
dishes, and then my shower head broke. They
You
had too many
clogged
dishes.
the tub.
Clogged the tub up. And I just spent all day trying to fix that. You guys
Then
like
I-
doing dishes? They asked that.
I like
think.
it. I like it. You know why I like doing dishes? It's resetting the kitchen. I'm resetting the kitchen for the next use. I
You
don't
seen
even
this
think
dude?
of it
This
as
dude, this dude like
I don't-
spot cleans his kitchen when he finishes cooking. It's wild.
I don't
Oh,
think of
really?
it as I'm doing the dishes as much as I'm resetting the kitchen for future use.
Jamal, I apologize if this is outing you, but do you still have color-coded rags in your
Yeah.
kitchen? Hell
Yeah.
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That's actually disgusting that you outed him on this podcast like
Yeah.
that.
That's actually I just want you to know, Brian, when they did that in the past, it was like a pretty huge. I know it's 2023 and you feel like some kind of way as a white guy, being kind of like reined in a little bit, but it's actually not cool what you just did there.
I'm
No.
sorry.
And
I'm
I don't
sorry.
like the fact that you said I had colored coded.
I did not
Rags.
put ed at the end of color.
That's what I heard too.
I don't like. That's what I heard you say.
That's what I heard, and I'm such an empath that seeing Jamal go through this makes me
Yeah.
start crying.
And
Actually,
Brian, I want to just, if I can take this moment as like a teachable moment, they're rags of color.
hmm
All right, they're rocks. They're rags of color. They're not colored rags.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
hey, and that's what it looks like, people. That's what a teaching moment and an apology looks like.
People always say, "How do we solve racism?" We just did it.
Listen to the freaking
Yeah,
podcast.
you don't have to go watch Greg Tyndale and Eva do a show. Just listen to the podcast. And that's for 2 people listening.
They will never hear this.
They fucking better.
You guys hear Buddha have a convo with his wife?
Yeah, I did.
Pretty Australian,
kept,
right?
Kept calling her babe.
You all right?
Yeah. All right.
You all right?
There's
Yeah.
my babe.
It's my babe.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
so,
Baby.
See you all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
so excited for this welly. The welly competition. We're going to do wellies, but first I have to steam fish.
He did
Yeah,
say at
everyone
one
did
point.
okay.
He did say at one point that his hot pot was the most steam-worthy dish, or whatever, that was probably going to be made, and he was right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And
Gabri-
Amar, when he wasn't, following Trump on Twitter, made these steamed dumplings that he then pan-fried, which
Yeah.
fucking Padme hated.
Yeah.
I was so pissed about it.
Yeah.
I think they cut out the guest Andrew talking about how much he hated it too.
Yeah.
Like I get what he was saying. Like you can fry them a little bit so they have a little bit of texture. Like it's not
Yeah.
so doughy. Like I think everyone's had that, but you can't just like listen. I could teach Amar a little something about cooking.
You've never been to Last Chance Kitchen, you know?
His also looked like he was making empanadas, but at the very
Yeah.
end, it looked more like dumplings. So.
Yeah. So Gabri says at one point, no industry wastewater like the culinary industry. To which I say, what about water parks, Gabri?
Wow. Well, here's the
what
question,
about
though.
water parks?
Here's the question, though. Is that wasting? We're having fun in the sun with water.
Yeah. How wasteful is it if I'm having the fucking time of my life jumping around a big mushroom that's shooting out water every 20 seconds?
I stand corrected.
And yeah, I pee in it, so it's also a bathroom.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it gets recycled. So I
Uh-huh.
stand corrected. Wow.
And yeah, I'm not invited back.
Gabri wins. So the judge, Andrew Wong, was picking apart every dish with his face alone. Do you want to
Yeah.
play that clip, Brian?
This is what you wanted this to taste like.
Tom, the mousse on top had a very wet texture to it. Thank you.
No, Tom, that's bad. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's that.
Yeah.
It's German humor that I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very
So
much.
Buddha wins again, and
Of
he's
course he
heating up.
does. He's a
heating up.
beast.
He's heating up at the right time. The end of the
He's on
competition.
fire.
Yeah.
I'll put that
Um,
plug in here. I won't.
So then the chefs working in pairs. We got the knife block out again.
You
They
know
were
what's fucking cool?
What?
When everyone pulled and there were only 2 left, and we knew it was going to be Tom and Ali grabs both knives and
Yeah.
pulls them out at the same time.
Yeah.
That was
It was-
fucking cool.
It was like a sword in the stone moment.
Yeah, that ruled. He's like,
Which I
only
was
us
like-
2, baby. Wing!
Which I was like, why didn't they do that in the movie? Why didn't you just use 2 hands at the first time you tried to pull it out?
Yeah, it'd be easy to pull it out. You ever doing 1 hand, get the sword out? Use 2 hands.
Idiot. So this
I
is the
get why
beef
people
Wellington.
don't like this part either.
This is the beef Wellington.
But
But
episode.
people, you see what we're saying? The sword and the stone, they're all using one fucking hand. If you use 2, you could pull that bad boy out in no time.
It's fucking it's twice as strong with 2 hands.
And yes, this does apply to Top Chef for what we said before about it.
Did I tell you guys how much our downloads dropped after the first episode of the season?
No, I knew.
No, you did not.
I think the first episode with 80 got like 300 downloads first week. After that, it was like 250, 200. It kept going down.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah.
What you
It's
guys
very-
listening to? Fucking
Some are better than others, but maybe we're not as consistent as possible. Hey,
I also
write
haven't
in.
been putting it on Reddit. I need to put these on Reddit.
yeah, that's why.
Yeah, it is right. The big contingency over there. A lot of foot freaks.
Mhm.
So the chefs working in pairs were tasked with creating 3 different kinds of Wellington: 1 meat, 1 seafood, 1 dessert, and the dishes were served at Tobacco Dock for the judges and 20 guest diners. Each diner voted for their favorite meal, which was taken into consideration during judging. Sorry, both members of the losing team were eliminated. It's a double eliminate. The guest judge was
bad.
executive chef Kirk Westaway. Let's talk about their menu and the teams. We got Buddha and Gabri.
Yes.
Let's talk about their menu. The seafood Wellington was salmon. The meat Wellington was beef. And the dessert Wellington was peach. Amar and Sarah, their seafood Wellington was tuna. The meat Wellington was lamb. The dessert Wellington was apple tres leches. Ali and Tom, seafood Wellington, salmon and prawns. The meat Wellington, beef. And the dessert Wellington, apple.
Yeah, Buddha does it again.
Mhm.
Smart choices.
Yeah.
Salmon makes sense to me.
Simple.
Go classic with beef. You know what
Yeah.
you're doing there, and then a peach,
Yeah.
and it looked
The
great.
peach thing looked great. It
Looked
had
so
the
good.
perfect like, little piece of the peach curled right
Yeah.
on the little inside part with the thing. I thought the cut when they cut into that salmon, I was like, that looked fucking good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it was like perfectly, and then like that he wrapped it in like nori too, like the seafood, the like seaweed wrap around it before he put
Yeah.
the like puff pastry around it.
I think
Great, the
that was
dude's a monster. The dude's
yeah.
a beast.
Well, he called it when he cut it open. He said it looks like art, and that
Yeah.
reminded me of you, Brian, because you like to eat art.
Yes, I do. I famously eat the Mona Lisa, I believe.
I believe that was right.
Of course, that is the first and best reference I would make to art. If you ask me to name a painting, I'm gonna go Mona Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
I do Starry Night.
Ate that too.
Yeah, tried to.
The
Won't do that again. It hurt, and I went to jail.
Well,
French jail. You know what they do to you in French jail? It's actually very nice, and they rehabilitate you very well. They really want you to get back out there and make better of yourself.
mhm.
You know, people are scared to go to other countries' jails. The jail that's the issue is America.
And Brian, is this maybe a TikTok idea for you? Is you go around the world and travel and get into jail in different countries?
That's
You
actually,
do-
I would watch that
You
show.
do videos about it. Yeah.
I'd watch that show.
Hell yeah, man.
Hey, if you're out there, give me money to do that. How horrible of an idea is that?
Here's a question for you guys. When Buddha was putting his thermometer in his beef Wellington, he
Mhm.
pulled it out. I was like, oh, he'll look at the temperature. No. He puts it to his lip.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out later that it was a cake thing, and I don't know how those work. But is that a thing where you, like, with a cake thermometer, you take it out and you put it right to your lip?
Yeah, if there's nothing on the cake, then when you pull it out.
But then why would he do? Because I know the cake thing you put in there, if it pulls out clean, then it's done. But why
Yeah,
put it to your lip?
Yeah.
'cause you want to see how hot it is on the inside, man.
He can just tell.
Yeah, he's like,
Mm.
it didn't burn my tongue. It's not ready.
Well, he did say that it was like, it was the temperature. That's what he was doing. It was like, take it out, and then he put it in, he could feel the temperature. But I was like, is that really how those things work?
I don't know, man. I
don't
don't
know.
know. Anything Buddha does, and probably like, yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
the right way to do it. It's probably hard to do it that way, the way he's gonna
Yeah,
do it.
I assume Buddha learned this by traversing a mountaintop and meeting a sage at the top who like handed him a thermometer and said, "Put it to your chin."
Well, he said he learned wellies from
Chef
some
Gordon
big
Ramsay.
name. Yes, that's who it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
the man himself.
Yeah,
The man. Here's, I have a suggestion for us. And we probably won't do it, but we should do this. I think all of us should make a beef Wellington,
Hmm.
have our wives try it, and review it on air.
have the wives come on and review it on air.
Yes,
My wife notoriously hates coming on the show.
I know.
She's never been on.
Maybe she can write it, or we can get like a.
Yeah, I'll read what she has to say about my beef Wellington. That'll
Hmm.
work.
And that's not horny at all.
Trust me. In this house, no. Not
Yeah, I
since
know.
the surgery.
What
That's
would be
for
a
sure.
vegetarian one? Because Carrie doesn't eat meat, so what would we
Oh,
do?
that's right. This is a terrible idea. Well, you can maybe make one that's like.
Should make a
meat.
Beyond Meat one.
Yeah.
Just it would be so gross. It'd be so thick. Just do a tofu one. Just a big fucking huge thing of
Oh, God.
tofu.
Just a
It'd be
thick
so
block of
soggy.
tofu.
I'll make it for myself, then I'll say it tastes good.
Well, I think the main part is I think we should all make one.
Yeah.
I could try to
show
make
at
a welly.
work.
They looked a
I'd
lot of fun,
I'd
and
love to
they
make
all
one.
bought the
Puff pastry.
the puff pastry. I gotta make
They
that
did.
shit.
They bought all of them when they went to Whole Foods. Also, Whole Foods in London, very clean.
Mm-hmm.
That place looks very organized and clean. And
Yours isn't good.
I mean, it's nice, but it's not clean like that.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about maybe the different between the patrons at yours and in London?
Yeah, people like to shop at your Whole Foods.
Do they look different than what might be found in London? Or?
Yeah, what do they look like in the one you go to?
Well,
Are they
here's the
tall?
difference that I have been able to see.
Mhm.
Whenever I'm in my Whole Foods, I say something like, "Oh, can I get you a banana or something like that?" To the person that's there. What I don't know. I say something to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh huh. Yeah.
And they look at me and they give me a big toothy smile,
Uh-huh.
beautiful
Mm.
teeth,
Mhm.
glistening, white, straight. And they say, "Get the fuck out of my space." Now, if I think about the London one,
Yeah.
same scenario,
We took a banana.
banana or what's like a
What do they eat for
fucking
fruit there? What's a London fruit?
mockingbird or magpie or something. I don't know. When I'm giving it to them, they look at me, tears in their eyes.
And these are big men. These are big men I'm talking to at Whole Foods. They're big.
Big man, big smile, teeth so fucked up. Break a mirror. And they say, "What you on about, bruv?" So there's difference there.
This episode's a fucking train wreck.
I know. This is why we need to go.
Do you want to play the clip when Tom does his walkthrough? and
Yeah,
gives
let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Just a kick, not too much. It's not overpowering. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like your grandma's closet. Good luck.
What the hell is he talking about?
Let's play it again and see if we can figure out what he's talking about.
Just a kick, not too much. It's not overpowering. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like your grandma's closet.
Okay, so
Good luck.
Everyone laughed and had no idea what they were laughing at.
is Tom eating clothes?
I mean, I
think
don't want
Tom's
to
grandma.
preemptively try and get an email from Tom next week,
Mhm.
but I feel like he does need to answer for this. How does he know about how a grandma's closet tastes? It doesn't mean he's eating clothes or carpet or hangers or something.
What else is in the grandma's closet he could eat? Doilies,
Doilies,
tchotchkes,
yeah, lots of tchotchkes, like
shoes,
change,
change,
Chain.
rosary beads, Bible,
legendary.
Yeah.
dead husband,
Other dead husband.
another dead husband, the dog we couldn't find for a month,
Dead mailman.
Granny's fucking lost, he's a psycho killer,
Oh, is that my Xbox?
Xbox is in there.
Granny, you told me you
Grandson
didn't get me.
body.
Fucking
Tom was in a fucking turtleneck, by the way. In case people are wondering, he was in a turtleneck, and he looked crazy. He looked like he was out of his mind.
Amar and Sarah served their lamb raw.
oh, you don't know till you open it. That's the problem with these wellies.
Yep. You
Their
don't know.
lamb
You
was
can
raw.
test the temperature, but you don't really know, and you cut it open. I feel like there's some things. Lamb is one of these things where I don't know, like raw.
Yeah.
Like how raw can you have lamb? I don't really know.
They seem like they want it raw usually,
Yeah.
but I guess
Yeah.
that's
Close,
too raw.
medium rare. Don't they a lamb for this should be like they should braise it longer before they wrap it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, someone else was doing that, braising it and then putting it in, which I
I
think
think
is the way to
Ali
go.
was braising the beef
That's right.
longer than they did the lamb. And I just think that they like kiss the fire with the lamb and they're like, okay, that's it.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to overcook lamb, but they did.
They sure did. So let's just go to judges table. Buddha and Gabri win the Wellington battle.
They
Mhm.
do.
Rightfully so.
They clean house.
They clean
Buddha's
house.
cleaning up. He's marching towards another title, and he's dragging Gabri along with him.
Gabri was like, yeah, whatever you want to do, I'll
Yeah.
do it. Someone do
Yeah.
it, I'll do it.
Smart
Yeah.
move, Gabri.
We got to talk about Gabri's a cat this episode. They keep talking about it at the beginning of the episode. They say he keeps being in the bottom.
Mhm.
So he
Meow,
can't
meow.
get out of the bottom. He says he's a cat.
Yeah. And then at the end, Buddha reminds him, hey, it's your first win.
Yeah, and he's cat didn't need to use a life this time. Then he says flying cat. I think
Yeah.
is what the translation
And
is.
Buddha looks at him and says, what? And then he laughs really, really hard at it. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he didn't really understand what Gary was saying.
Yeah,
Well,
I think he was
that's
just
because
yeah,
off
you're right.
screen,
Oh, yep.
off screen, they were playing the Tom eating your grandma's closet bit, and that's what he was
Mhm.
laughing at. So
Yeah.
They couldn't
So
stop
funny.
playing it. They chopped it up. I heard
Let's-
someone did a song with it. Someone remixed the news, did a song with it.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma's closet.
This is our best episode.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is going
It's turned around for me.
yeah.
It's one of the rafters.
Why don't you play Sarah and Amar getting eliminated?
Sarah and Amar, please pack your knives and go.
Last Chance Kitchen. We'll see you there. It is the finale, too. So you can turn around and get right back in.
Making it this far has been, a blessing, and thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of the Top Chef family again.
Thank you both.
Okay, so they're going to Last Chance Kitchen.
Buddha's the last representative from America, though he is British and Australian.
Mm-hmm. God bless America, Buddha.
Do we want to talk about Last Chance Kitchen?
We can, just real quick before they got eliminated, Sarah poured herself a glass of wine, and it was so tall. It was all the way to the top. It reminded me of like Joe Pesci in Gone Fishing, where he's like, I'm a big boy, fill it all the way to the top. It's like very tall. Anyway, so Last Chance Kitchen. For the fans out there, if you haven't watched the episode yet, it's 2 episodes of Last Chance
Yes.
Kitchen.
Mhm.
Don't mistake it and immediately go to the last one because it will spoil it for you.
Yes.
Now, do we need this much Top Chef content? No. The answer is no. It's way too much
Absolutely
to
not.
watch, and
Absolutely
I was not fun having to watch all these. So at first, it's Sarah versus Amar and Charbel. They got to make some fucking meat pies, 2 proteins you got to use, and a manual grinder, baby. And you better
Yeah.
believe Charbel didn't know how to do it, and they played very funny
I've
music when you
never
kept fucking
seen
it
that
up.
before.
But anyway, Amar eats shit. He rolled his pie out too thin.
Yep.
Part 2, Sarah versus Charbel. You got to make 3 dishes. The first dish is a take on your worst dish that you made. Your second is the your favorite thing that you've had in the competition. And the third is how are you going to take this and grow from it. And they have 60 minutes, and they got sous chefs, so they got to pick 2 each, so that made it a lot easier. Victoire did not get picked, so she got to be a
got
judge,
to be a judge, which is cool.
which she said was always her dream.
Gail's there too.
Yeah, Gail's there. She rolled in. Charbel picked Dale and Amar. Sarah has Nicole and Sylvia. So who wins? We don't know.
We don't
It's
know.
a cliffhanger.
We got to find out next week.
We do know that it seems like it's going to be Sarah. Like they want us to think that it
I-
might be Charbel, but it is Sarah.
I'm pretty sure it's Sarah.
Charbel, big fucking BD energy. I hate that I said that. By making for his favorite taste he had the whole show, his fucking dish.
Hell
And just doing it again, changing it a little bit.
I
What a
love it.
fucking. He's like, you know what I like the best? Shit that I made.
yeah,
stuff
that's what I would have
did.
made too.
I'm supposed to be winning this whole thing.
I don't really like onions, but the way they talk about that fucking onion dish, I gotta have it. Like Gail was like, I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Let's do fantasy standings. Reeves only has Charbel left in the competition for now. Until next week, he is 46 points. Brian has Buddha in the competition, and Sarah maybe making a return. Who
I think
knows?
so.
Buddha also leads all chef testants with 26.5 points.
Monster. Beast
Monster.
mode. Put the whole team on his back.
I lost Tamara this episode right where I thought I would lose him. And I still have Ali, Gabri, and Tom. I'm going to be quite honest with you. None of them make me feel great. But I am in the lead with 84 points. So
How many points do I have?
you have 62.5.
Oof, I might win it with Buddha, but then still lose.
Yep. So
Wow, it's
that's
not
where we
fair.
stand right now. I'm on easy street with points wise. So all I need is a couple more people to keep getting advancing to the next episode. Keep churning out some points. And this one's in the bag, baby.
You're locking it down. Lock it
Gotta
up.
say, this has been a good season, and I like they've been less forceful with the narrative, but I hope they're gonna like start pushing now the narrative of Buddha is like should be the winner, and that kind of builds interest in that finale.
We need a story.
Yeah,
He's the one to beat, and then he fucks up at the final sort of thing. Like, get that going, so we know that he's like top dog.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Or
'cause
he
I don't
wins.
feel good about anyone who's still in there. Like, yeah, I don't feel like anyone is.
I mean, Gabri should have went home this episode just based on points alone.
Yeah, I think he's. I think
He
he's
coasted
hanging
because he was
on.
with Buddha.
Yeah,
I think I think if Charbel comes back, maybe him, and then I don't know. Ali every now and again pulls out things that I think no one else can do, and I think if he can make it to the finale, he'll have a very interesting layout of dishes that'll be very unique.
yeah.
So I think it'll be all up for grabs. But
Given
Buddha's in the lead.
without either Shabri or
Charbel.
yeah, or Sarah coming back, who's your top two? Who do you think's finishing that? I think
Buddha
there.
Ali.
Yeah, Buddha Ali is where I go.
Tom's the dark horse.
Mm-hmm.
I might put Tom in there over Ali, but I don't know.
If Tom gets to cook his food, he might be in there.
This almost seems too easy. It seems like the fucking lane's opening up and Buddha's driving to fucking dunk this motherfucker home. Like, no one is in his way unless like Charbel comes back.
Charbel is a wild card. Sarah to a degree is too. The thing I do like about the finale is you can make one mistake or it can all be great and it's just really subjective who wins. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is like people who get to the finale, generally speaking, are all very good.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a toss up. So no matter how well you do, at least the way it is now in Top Chef, no matter how well you do throughout the season, the finale can be a bit of a toss up.
Yeah.
I think the nerves are going to get to Gabri and Tom.
That sounds right.
How about that, folks? If you want some real Top Chef insight, jump to 59 minutes. I'll put that and I'll note that. We really talk about it. Is this what the other podcasts do, you think? Like have those kind of
Probably.
conversations the entire time for like 45 minutes?
Yep.
We should get them on the podcast.
I
Yeah, we
really
really
think
should.
that Becky and I should come on.
I think
Yeah.
it would be nice. We should be friends with them.
I think it'd be
Yep.
funny.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because they know NBA people and I want to meet NBA people.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right. So that's it for us this week. And until next time, we're going to contact the guys at Pack Your Knives and Go.
This was fun.
Absolutely.
This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.
Nice.